I'm worried about Alex Jones. Alex Jones, the founder of InfoWars, busted out crying on a Twitter live. Apparently, Twitter lets you go live now. So I want to talk about it a little bit here on the Everything Else channel on YouTube, everythingelsechannel.com. I think that it's sad to me that he may lose it all. Because, oh, he's had his website for like 13 years or something. And listen, what you said about Cynthia Hook, it's terrible, horrible. But I don't like, the idea of, news agencies just closing down. To me, that's un-American. And, they came undone. Now, I know that a judge has put the liquidation of his assets because of his bankruptcy trial on hold for 2 weeks, and everybody was saying, this guy has no reason to be upset, The judge saved him. Well, I don't know about you, but, you had a business for 13 years, and a judge says, oh, we're going to let you keep it 2 more weeks. I don't know that you exactly say, we saved ourselves. You have a whole 2 more weeks. I don't think anybody would think, I wouldn't think that way. But that's what David Pacman was trying to put out there. People over at Patrick Bet David, I don't know who that bald guy is. I think he's the guy whose gym got raided. I'm not sure. Or I don't know who that is, but they were talking about how they believe Alex Jones crying. I think it's a combination of maybe some theatrics, maybe some real tears, maybe some crocodile tears. Maybe he's trying to get a rise out of his audience. He had 250,000 people. By the way, these chips are from Eat a Pita here in Louisville, Kentucky. A whole block from my office on Shelbyville and Daventry Lane. Oh man, they're just amazing. Look at that. But I don't believe everything I see on television, and I don't believe everything I see on YouTube. You know how much fake stuff gets put out on social media? A lot of those repo shows, they're fake. Those parking war videos, they're fake. These judges shows, they're fake, English and Spanish. So, me, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't. I really don't. Now, I want to sit here and tell you, go watch this, go watch The View. But those old bags, they're probably just as full of it as the show with Wes, the guy that looks like a pimp with his hair all greased back and his 2 kids, and they run a pawn shop in Detroit. That's all staged. It's all staged. The old man and the bald guy and Chumley and all that, that's staged too. Those cheater shows where or Joey Greco and he got stabbed on a boat, all that stuff is fake. I think the only ones that are not fake are those Catch a Predator ones, and they had to take those off the air. They probably got sued. I don't know why, but they had to change the name, and they had to change the outfits that helped them find these people. Well, everything else seems fake. Like, remember Love Connection? That was probably fake too. But the problem is Alex Jones, Not InfoWars. Who the hell goes to InfoWars for news anyways? It's like going to The Onion for news. The difference, though, is The Onion, even in real tiny boilerplate, will say this is for entertainment purposes only, this is a joke, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But InfoWars, I think, in their 9/11 conspiracy mumbo jumbo, you know, the creature of the Blue Lagoon and all that stuff, failed to say that they were basically full of it. But I personally would never go to InfoWars for my news. I wouldn't. But they're saying that Sandy Hook was a myth, or it wasn't real, so deaths were made up. And you can't say that. I mean, that's defamation, textbook defamation. You want to say that you think this or you think that. I mean, that's different, but what he did to those families, and I'm not making any mockery by eating this. I'm hungry. People are going to say, why are you eating on camera? Because I work 9 to 5, actually 9 to 6, okay, downtown Louisville. I drove here to my private office in whatever this is, Middletown, St. Matthews, I don't know what they call this. And I'm eating because I'm hungry. So sue me. I'm hungry. I'm not showing any disrespect. I'm not trying to be funny by eating. I didn't burp on purpose. I burped because I ate a large falafel wrap with hummus, and I'm eating this, and I'm making this video. Because I want to share it on Everything Else channel on YouTube, everythingelsechannel.com. Like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications. Nothing that I'm doing here is staged. It's all real. And it was really effed up that Alex Jones, from 2012 all the way until he lost these 2 lawsuits, was putting the families of the victims through living hell. And that is not entertainment. And that is not a conspiracy theory. And the fact is, none of those families have seen one plugged nickel for their pain and suffering, despite the fact they had the judgments. So, are his tears real? Maybe. Maybe not. I'm just here to say I don't know what to believe. I really don't know what to believe. Now, everybody on the right believes him. And everybody on the left either doesn't believe him or they're skeptical of him. And me, I just don't know. I just don't know. And maybe you know. And maybe you want to leave a comment. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you're not even watching at this point. But you got to be, because if you're seeing me, it's because you're watching. So in any event, I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to put a video at the end. Should law enforcement officers have visible tattoos? That video has been getting quite a little bit of buzz. A lot of the old cat police officers say it's a disgrace. It dishonors the badge. It dishonors the uniform. The newer police officers and law officers and peace officers are saying, look, some ink on my skin, a piercing on my face doesn't change the fact that I got the training, that I have the relationships in the community, that I know how to respond to a variety of different scenarios. And that's all that matters. To serve and protect, not to serve and protect without tattoos, not to serve and protect without piercings, not to serve and protect without individuality. It's to serve and protect with the skills and the knowledge that has been taught in the academy and also on the street. That's what matters. But no, the old guys are like, nope, no, you can all that lip. You're a police officer. You're a peace officer. You've got to look the part, not look like a gangbanger. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to put that video here at the end, and I welcome you to check it out. Leave a comment here at Everything Else channel on YouTube. But with regards to Alex Jones and this crying thing, I'm going to say I think it's theatrics, but I'm going to say that deep down, he's coming to the realization that, this ride is about to come to an end. Could he start another website? Yes. He's got 250,000 people watching him. They're likely to follow him somewhere else, but it's not going to be InfoWars. And that's going to hurt. Because aside from all the theatrics, aside from all the conspiracy theories, he built InfoWars. And it either will continue on without him, which is going to sting, or it won't continue at all. It'll be done. And that will definitely sting. So How do you pay a $1.5 billion judgment? He doesn't have $1.5 billion. I would be shocked if he had $10 million. Liquid. Now we're talking liquid. Now we're not talking about, collateral. We're not talking about money in a house or equity in a house, which I guess would be money, but we're not talking about the worth of something. We're talking about once you've sold it and it's in your hand. I don't think he's even got $10 million liquid, let alone $1.5 billion. So InfoWars is as dead as a doornail, and it's been given 2 weeks of a little bit of extra life. I dissent with David Pakman. That does not amount to a judge saving him or InfoWars. It's just putting off the inevitable. It's really just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, if even that. 2 weeks is not any kind of a delay, really. It isn't. So, and in fact, they may be contributing. This kind of, as he said, when he cried, he said, when I walk out these doors, they're going to shut us down. And then you get this call or you get this email or you get this notification. Wait, you got 2 more weeks. That's almost as bad as being shut down that night. That's like being on death row and you're strapped down to the gurney and they've mixed the chemicals and you're about ready to take the last ride of your life. Boom, the governor calls. You got clemency. Not even clemency. No, forget clemency, because that means that you're off death row. You got a call from a court that they're going to look at your appeal. Now, all of a sudden, you got 2 weeks. But you know that in 2 weeks, you're going to die. So you went through this whole process just to do it all over again. I mean, that to me is not being saved. So again, I don't know. It's all subjective. It's all subjective. But to me, that's not being saved at all. That's just prolonging your agony. At the end of the day, InfoWars will be gone. And Alex Jones will either restart somewhere else, which he probably will, but it's still going to sting. It's still going to sting. I just don't know if the tears are real. I don't know. What do you say?